Alright, so I am not sure when or if the resale will ever get as high as it did in 2020 to 2021, but I know for sure if you want to grab sneakers that you missed out on, or you're looking to just grab sneakers easily as you once did, now is the perfect time to do that.
Lyrics and home runs, I don't do this for fun. They got mirror and judge with it, tough with it, burning through paper as if a slug hit it. See you paid, now it's time to pay attention.
And it's been some time, but I feel like the majority of you already know that the resale market has been, kind of just very lopsided at the moment. Like, if it's not a hyped collab or just something that is, very limited and exclusive, just about every shoe is going for either a few dollars over retail or just not going for much at all. So for collectors and people that just like to casually buy sneakers, that is a beautiful thing, because it's getting back to the times where you can just walk in, see a nice sneaker on shelves, and just pick it up and be about your day. Like the Midnight Navy 6s, a couple pairs of 13s, the Heritage ones, and a few other select shoes are still just sitting on shelves. And it truly is a beautiful sight to see. But it's not like every reseller is just, down and out. Of course, there are still ways to maneuver around that. And in the unlikely event that the shoe does sell out, it really doesn't sell out, because I don't know if y'all have been aware, but Nike and all these other companies have been, I'm telling y'all, they heard our complaints. Everybody kept saying, how about y'all make more shoes? How about y'all make more shoes? And it just so happens that they did listen to us, because ever since the beginning of this year, every Jordan and just about every Nike that has been releasing, it was not limited at all. I'm telling you, I don't know if y'all are that aware of restocks, but I cannot count how many times the playoff 12s, Heritage 1s, Midnight Navies, Muslin 3s, Del Sol 13s, Brave Blue 13s, and just so many shoes were getting pumped out like crazy. It just became really tiring to almost always have to pay resale for sneakers. It's more of an unnecessary amount of resale. Like late 2020 throughout the majority of 2021, it would just be the most generic GR Jordan, and they would charge $260 off rip. Dunks was OD, they would drop for $100. It was getting flipped for $300. Insane. But there definitely were different factors that played into that, which is what made all of that even possible. With the lockdown and all that other stuff, people were getting in a lot of government money. Money was just coming in weekly. Jobs started paying double. But yeah, long story short, we don't really got to visit memory lane, but just know that that cash flow was for sure a huge factor. There was a lot of spending going on. But now that resale market is taking a big hit, because one, Nike is definitely producing a lot more product than they used to. Nike and a few other brands actually raised their retail prices. Like Air Force One lows are officially $110 now at retail. That feels like that should be illegal in my opinion. Like the white on white Air Force One lows, I hope y'all are not paying resale for that. They literally do not sell out. There's various, and I mean various, ways of getting that shoe. Like if you feel like you gotta pay resale for a pair of all white Air Force One lows, just hit me up and I'll help you find a pair, because it's not that serious, I guarantee you. Like Jordans, they don't even drop for $190 anymore. Now they're $200. Jordan 4s and other models that got a bit of extra hype onto them, or the OG colorways, are gonna release for $210. And then of course holiday 11s, they might stick with that $220, $225 price point. Once again, in my opinion, that's kind of wild. Like it's either you want to pay that retail price or you don't want the shoe at all. So, well, actually this leads into number 3. A lot of people are very selective with their shoes nowadays with what they want to get, because number 4, we are in a recession right now. Like whether we're going into one, or I feel like honestly we're actually already in it. The price of living, food, gas, all that stuff went up. So sneakers is the last thing on people's mind. And with retail prices going up on sneakers, you really think a lot of people want to spend resale on majority of these sneakers? Nah. There are some resellers that are still thriving or still doing good because they built that good clientele, or they just figured out a way to maneuver. Like how a lot of us collectors and just casual sneaker fans had to maneuver during the resale era. Now they got to find a way to maneuver. This entire sneaker scene moves in phases. So around the time that I really got into sneakers was 2013, 2014. It was all about Nike basketball shoes and foam posits. That was the big head honcho. You had Roshis and Hirachis that got thrown in the mix. And then after that, the hype beast era, CDG Converse, Ultra Boost, Yeezy 350s, all the Kanye Adidas Yeezys, they was all going crazy. That's all anybody wanted. But then Jordan Brand, they kind of shifted that gear with the Off-Whites and Virgil collab in 2017. And then they signed Travis, and it was over. It was a wrap. That hype beast era was just, oh my gosh, that was a time. Those were literally the only shoes that were selling out, just Ultra Boost, Yeezys, and Off-Whites that were selling out. It was super easy to get any shoe that you really wanted. If you just put in the footwork and actually tried, you got the shoe with no problem. Like, I remember for the Shadow ones, it was very easy to get those. I didn't even use the Nike sneakers app. I went on the regular Nike app to get them, and I got through with no problem. I didn't have to wait in line. The queue wasn't long at all. It was probably like 30 seconds. Same thing with the Concord 11s. They were super easy to get. I was actually in class with horrible Wi-Fi during that Saturday morning. Same thing happened with the Bread Force too, but it seems like we might be going back to that. Boom, the resale phase happens and it just exploded. Shoes seem like they were more commercial than ever. And now I am really not sure what phase we're about to go into next. It seems like it's kind of up in the air and kind of fizzled right now. So whatever this new phase is, I'm ready for it. I'm rolling with the punches. The only time I was really okay with paying resale was if it was for a grail type shoe or I was getting the shoe early, and that's also the loophole I found. So I had realized that around release day, shoes were going for about $230 to $260. So I just sat back to see what would happen. On release day, I would see that resellers would get the shoes sold out, everybody's complaining, running to StockX and GOAT and whatnot, and the shoes are going for about like $260 off rip. Give it like another week, they're going for about $280 to $300. Wait a little bit longer, they start to settle around a certain price, but depending on the shoe, it just kept going up. So I came to the conclusion that if I'm gonna pay resale for a shoe to do a review on it, I gotta buy it before it releases. And that's kind of just the formula that I stuck to. So with all that being said, that leads me to this next topic, which is take advantage of this opportunity, because this is gonna be here for a while. Like the prices, how everything is going, it seems like it's at a solid medium right now. The next shoes I don't see going for crazy prices, of course, after the ones already named, the Travis Scotts and the Louis Vuitton Forces. Oh wait, now there is another Travis Scott Jordan 1 Low coming out later this year in like November or December. Can't forget to mention we also have the Alma Mayer Jordan 4s coming out later this year. I'm not sure if that's really confirmed, but I've been seeing that a lot lately. But for sure, go ahead and take advantage of what's happening. And if you're a reseller out there and you think all hope is lost, you can look at this as either a terrible thing or a great opportunity. Terrible, yeah, because you might not be getting that many consumers, or just take advantage of the market being so low and just whatever shoe you think is gonna do great in the future, just buy those up. Like I said earlier, restocks have been happening like crazy. There's just constantly pairs being made. And for all the shoes that have been constantly getting pushed back, that is a great sign, because that means they are making more pairs, which means more chances for everybody to actually get what they want. And for the people that's selective about what shoes they want, it's even better, because that means not that many people are gonna go for every single release like we previously were. So I just see all of this as a big win in my opinion, as long as I get the shoes that I want for retail, or like $20 to $30 over retail if I get it early, like what I recently did with the Citrus 7s. That will definitely be on the way soon. Those drop in what, like 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks. I'm gonna definitely have an early review and how to style out for y'all. And if you want to get sneakers for an even lower price, I've been preaching this a lot, but go to GOAT or eBay, whatever site you feel more comfortable with, and go to the used section. I guarantee you will find absolute steals, and the shoes are in great condition. It is an amazing sight to see. That's genuinely how I started my collection. I'm not gonna ramble on for too much longer because I don't want this to be a super long video, but let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this topic and this entire subject matter. It seems like now is really just the best time to go for sneakers that you truly want. Take advantage of this opportunity. Who knows what's gonna happen within the next several months or so, like, or maybe even when the recession is over. In my opinion, I feel like it won't do that for some time, or seems like we're just in the middle ground right now, just waiting to see what happens next. If you enjoy content like this and want to see more, this is definitely the place for you. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, or if you haven't yet, bro, what are you waiting for? The grind is not stopping. We're in that road to 20K. And yeah. Hope you guys all have a great day. Stay safe. See you next time.